Hello everybody. This is the first track day that I've been able to go on with my Ducati Panagali V2. It was very wet. It's like 8th of October. Some dudes in the back there, very nice chaps. And that guy that came out on the white bike, his name's Tom. We tried to get some video of him, but unfortunately, because of the way where the cameras could be mounted, the rear one's alright. It's got my traditional sort of weird angle, which looks okay when you're cranked over. Tom's got like the 675 Triumph, really nice bike. This is the view we got looking forward, folks. I'm sorry, it's my leg, really. It's because of the way the brackets I've got and everything. There's nothing really on the headstock to fix, so maybe I need to look at that in the future. But anyway, it's a quick and direct video. This is a return of the Scalp Hunter. So we had wet sessions, and then finally we had the first session after lunch was dry. So I put it in race mode on the computer, and I thought, right, so we're gonna see what this bike can do. I'm still running it in, but I tried not to really strain the engine too much, but I did a little bit. So we're going to count the scalps as usual in these videos. See how many scalps. This is what they call the middle group. It's a what they call it, a no limits track day. So it wasn't too expensive. An indie circuit of brands. It is October, so it looks like we've got someone in front there. We're going to get our first scalp of the session. I think there's a guy on a Monster, actually. I don't know when that's a guy on the Monster, is it? Don't know. Could be, don't know. So this Panagali, I really start to nail it down the straights now. Looking at my lap times, I think I've done like a 59-second lap or thereabouts, maybe a minute. Which is pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. So we got one scalp. Now what's really interesting, until I watched this video, I didn't realise this guy had come out the pits on this blue motorcycle. I'm not quite sure what it is, but little did I know that the Scalp Hunter was being hunted by another fellow Scalp Hunter. So I'm not quite sure what he's on, whether it's a ZX10 or blue, could be Suzuki. So we're going round, this is Clearways now, the rear view of Clearways. So the V2 I've got, I'm absolutely loving it. I've only got 350 miles on the clock now, but as you see, I've got white leathers and white boots now to go with it. The bike's actually white. So we're really caning it down this straight now. The thing is, compared to the Monster I had, I looked down, I think at one point I had 134 mile an hour down the straight, and it's so rapid you have to brake earlier. Right, so there's scalp number 2. I think he was in my garage. Nice guy. He's got some, I think it's a ZX7R, could be an old race bike or something, I'm not quite sure. So we've got 2 scalps. I try not to miss any, because it does get a bit crowded, because there was a absolute ton of people. If you look on the right there, you can see all the caravans. Oh, there we go, scalp number 3. There was I got there quite early, but it's number 4. I got there quite early, and I'm like, oh blimey, I couldn't even actually ride my bike up to see if there's any spare garages. It was absolutely rammed, and that's because there's an 8-hour sort of, what do they call it, endurance race tomorrow, which is Saturday. Today's Friday, 8th of October, and they've got people, I think they've got 3 or 4 man squads that take turns. It's like Le Mans, but it's 8 hours on the bike. So if you've got a 4-man squad, that's 2 hours each on the bike. But you know, anyone that's ridden a bike at speed around a track, I mean, it's on the full circuit. It's all the scalp number 5. Anyone that's ridden on a track, it takes it out of you, especially, I mean, I'm an old person, but if you're a young person, you do need a lot of energy to ride a bike for, I don't know, more than 15-20 minutes at high speed. And also, the full circuit. You don't want to lose your concentration on that. It's got some really fast corners. So we're up to, is it 5 Scalps I think at the moment. Now Mr. Blue, whatever he's riding, I managed to get a bit of the advantage of the Panagali here, and I was really trying to rev it out and see what it did down as a top end, but then I was having to start braking as soon as I crossed the finish line, because you're going that much quicker. He's there, he's really hanging in. Oh, Scalp 6, that's another Ducati actually. When I went out in the wet actually in the morning, I think he went past me because I was just trying to, this is the first time I've really actually ridden the bike in any sort of anger, if you like. Oh, Scalp 7 is that? Yeah, it's number 7, don't know what that is, but but now it's beautiful and dry. I like dry circuits. So these are the tyres on this are Pirelli Corsa Dragon Corsa 2s, I think, which are sort of like a road race hybrid. And I had a lot of confidence from them under braking, and the grip was very good from what I could feel. I mean, the track does look a bit damp in places. We won't count that as a Scalp because the poor bugger's just come out. So we're up to 7 so far. You can see the clouds. Oh, there's number 9. Is that number 8? No, that could be number 8. I'm losing track here. So that's great. That's Druids up there. Now we're coming to oh, there. Let's call it 9. I remember him actually. He was that bike is literally just a bare bones fairing on just about a bike. It's I think we're up to 10. So right, we're up to 10 now. So around clearways now. I always short shift it round here because I don't want to high side. Some bloke actually went round there. He had race wets because some people decided to go out on wets in the morning, and there's 11, 12, and he basically lost it at clearways, and funnily enough, so where are we now on the track? Okay, so we're going up to Druids. I'm just going to point there, look at this lot, there's a big queue. I think 10, am I 10? Is he 10? I don't know. I think I might have taken him on the slide, I'm not quite sure, but we'll keep it at 10 for the moment. That's 11. There's a bit of a gaggle of them here. Look, it looks like I'm on the slowing down lap, but it's not true. Right, that's 12. I think we get this one. 13, 14. There's Mr. Monster. There he is. Yeah, back there where those gaggle of bikes were, some bloke came off there. I don't know whether he just totally lost concentration on the bend, but apparently he left the bike and the bike was quite damaged. I mean, there was some guy, like, he had a dustpan and brush, and he was actually scooping up gravel that had gone in every orifice of his bike. So we're up to 12, I think, aren't we? I think we're up to 12. So that's Paddock Hill Bend, that's 13, unlucky for him. This is Druids. I quite like this. I actually took a wider line on this, and the bike, see, I didn't know how this bike was going to handle around the track, and actually it's one of those bikes where you think where you want to go and it goes there. There we go, 14, Mr. Pink. And I actually went over that rumble strip. I actually went right over it and cocked up my line once, but that was early on in the day, and I think, oh god, that was a bit naughty, but that was a concentration issue. So up to 14. Yeah, you can see building through here, I was starting to get more confident by hugging the right hand side, giving it max power. I think as I said, I got to about 134 at one point before I actually slam on the brakes. The brakes are very good on this bike actually, and you need them, especially when you're going. I think there's another little group that I'm catching up here. So I think we've lost the Mr. Blue from earlier on. That's 15. I think that could be my friend Tom. I'm not quite sure. Could be that if he has the Triumph 675, because that was one of the bikes that laid plenty of manners on me at Donington when I was on my what do you call it, on my Monster. So, but this bike's a different ball game totally. I think here we go, number 16. You could just about see him there. We went past him on the outside. There he is. So we got number 16. But this bike, it's really strange. It's like you don't think 17. Oh god, I've lost count. Is that 15, 16? Let's call it 16. Yeah, it's very deceptive. It doesn't sound really. I mean, I'm trying to get it in the power band at the top, which is sort of between 8 and 11,000 revs. It really pulls there, it's so deceptive. You don't realise how quick it's going. It's a very capable motorcycle. But it's not the V4. It's not the nut for brains one. It's the one that is the V2, so it's 155 horsepower, 173 top end apparently, if you can get that, but you never get that one. So there's another guy there. I think we're up to 17 now, aren't we? 17 or 18, and then I think that's it. I pull in the pits. I was tired. I'm an old man. I need my rest. But I was on it at that lap, and I really enjoyed that. So I hope you've enjoyed riding along with me too, and we'll see what we do get up to next year. So this is the last track day of the year, and I'm signing off for 2021. What a great year it's been. Thank you.